Is that my sis?
Is that my good sis across the way?
Not us having upgraded video.
It's giving platform growth.
It's giving accomplishing our mid-season goals.
It's giving now we're omni-channel, multifaceted, not just podcast audio. We also have the visual.
We're giving video podcasts. Prepare to be sick of me.
Prepare to be sick
of Out of Office, because we got this audio and the visual now. So what's up?
So all that to say, for those listening, I guess we could be more inclusive. We'll start with our normal intro. Hello, y'all. I'm Ness.
And I'm Jay.
And together, we're the hosts of Out of Office, which is a podcast where we keep it real after work.
Okay.
Those of us who are in the audience watching us visually, you might remember us from years ago, a couple pounds ago, a couple edges ago. We have grown up a little bit, but about, I don't know, what is it, 4 years ago at this point, we had a YouTube web series, which we talked about in our first episode, which was called Out of Office. Shout out to Cheyenne and shout out to Anna, who were our additional co-hosts. And I guess real quick, Jay, you want to recap for the people kind of like what that was about and why we're bringing this back?
Yeah, for sure. So this is for like our YouTube people, because we started this Out of Office platform in 2018, like you said, so 4 years later. And at the time, we were just talking about our transition from college to corporate, being like young Black professionals. And then we took a little break. And actually, at the start of 2022, we brought Out of Office back, which is Ness and I, as a podcast. So we've been streaming across Apple Podcasts and Spotify, but something that we really missed was the visual element. And honestly, we're no longer in Minnesota. I'm in North Carolina. Ness is in New York. So we had to get creative because we don't have the opportunity to be in a studio together. So we're in a virtual studio.
One thing about us, we're going to make it happen.
We're going to make it happen. We're going to find a way. Okay. So platform growth, as you said. But anyway, so we have, released 9 episodes thus far of our podcast. It has been popping, and we took a little mid-season break, and now we came back with a video. So the rest of our episodes this season will be on YouTube as well as Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So we got something for everybody. Whatever your listening needs are. If you want to pull us up on YouTube, we're there. If you want to listen in the car, we're there. If you want to listen in the shower from your Google Home, we're there. Wherever you are, we are. Okay.
Or Alexa. Okay. Or Alexa for those.
Alexa, Google, whoever. But we've had 9 episodes. So Ness, like, what has been like your favorite part about bringing it back as a podcast?
Love. Okay, well, what can I say? First and foremost, I gotta just shout out my dope ass co-host, Jay. In reality, my favorite part about relaunching this platform has really been just my relationship with you, Jay. Like, I'm not trying to be like cheesy or whatever, but like just our relationship, our creativity, our chemistry, like how we vibe. Just even our strategy meetings, like how we plan things. Not our strategy meetings, but y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, if y'all think that we just over here just dropping stuff whenever, we kind of are sometimes. But it takes planning, right? It takes actual intention. It takes mapping out content. And I think just that whole journey and going through it with like my friend has been my favorite part. And then just seeing how this has been a creative outlet for us. And then my second favorite part is just the feedback and like interacting with people and engaging, like literally having people send me like 5-minute long voice notes of like, girl, I was in a car responding to everything about this podcast. People literally making this part of their like Monday routine commuting, you know what I mean? Like that, hearing that so many people are resonating with this content has definitely been my favorite aspect of this. And like, shout out to all our fans for real, because y'all are the reason why we keep going. And
Right.
yeah, what about you? What's your favorite part about what we've done overall?
Oh my God. Well, first, thank you. I appreciate the flowers that you just gave to me live.
Period.
But obviously, I enjoy going into this platform with you. Like, I think we have always been friends, but just having like now a creative passion project together, it's just allowed our relationship to grow stronger despite us no longer being in the same space. So I'm very appreciative of that. And I feel like it just pushes us to kind of get outside of like our funk sometimes and
Yeah.
like, find things to do outside of our corporate jobs that kind of keep us motivated. And so I think that we also have a good balance of what we bring. Like, I am more of the like, we need to do this. Like, I'm the planner, I'm the logistics, I am mapping stuff out. And Vanessa is more of like the creative.
Spontaneous,
Yeah,
creative.
spontaneous. Like, she's going to be focused on like the big ideas. And I'm like, let's reel it back in. But nonetheless, I think we balance each other out, and that's what we need. But outside of that, I think my favorite things are similar to yours, but also just like the conversations and the guests that we've had on the show. I think both of us really enjoy like consuming content, storytelling, and just people's stories. And I think just being able to hear people use this platform to share their thoughts, and even like I'm learning new things, has been something that I really enjoy. And I'm just excited about where we continue to go with Out of Office. Like, it's just the excitement about the future and
Yeah.
what what we're going to continue to do.
Yes. No, I love that. Very well said. For those of us watching on YouTube, like, I know it's been years. Thank you for subscribing when you did. If you haven't subscribed, you better subscribe now. We have a slew of content, 9 episodes that's up on all platforms, like Jay said, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor. Y'all listen, because when I tell y'all, we came back more refined. Like, the reality is, in 4 years, a lot can change. We just lived through a global pandemic. Like, we both moved cities. Like, we quit our jobs. Like, our lives have dramatically changed, like, within the past 4 years. And so has our friendship, quite frankly. And I just feel like the episodes we've launched has really captured a lot of
That
different
growth.
aspects of our life and our growth. And yeah, I just encourage y'all, if you're watching this on YouTube, like, I know podcasts might not be your thing. You might be more of a YouTuber, but like, pop it on while you in the shower, while you commuting, whatever you're doing. It's easy.
And play it.
Right. And then those of y'all listening on our podcast, thank you again for being loyal listeners. Just know you got the visual element. And one thing about that Jay and I get all the time is that our facial expressions are like unmatched. So I guess like that's the reason why we wanted to bring video back a little more. So Jay, I don't know if you want to talk more about why we decided to bring back video.
I mean, honestly, I just love being on camera. So let me stop. No.
It's giving Real Housewife. Okay.
It's giving. Let me go ahead and get my reel together for future opportunities. But no, seriously.
Can I stop you real quick? Because if anything, if Jay's gonna make a come up besides Out of Office, I've always said this, it will be being on reality TV, period. So I'm just planting the seeds now, so that when it happens, like, people don't act confused like they didn't know.
Don't act confused, because you already knew. Producers, if you're watching. But no, seriously, I think that I wanted to bring video back is because that's how we started. It's kind of going back to our roots, but also I recognize that, like we said, everyone has a different preference for how they want to listen. And I think for us also, I want to be able to see our guests. Like, I think it makes for a different experience that I think we were kind of missing, that I wanted our viewers and listeners to also be able to like capture. But, I know, Ness, you just talked about we had 9 episodes. Let's like recap, not all of them, but just list them out to give people an idea of what the episodes have been. And then I just want to know of those episodes, which have been your favorite. So starting our first episode was It's Been a Minute, and that's where we did like a deep dive into like everything, kind of like more than what we've expounded upon today.
Right.
The second one was Still Tired, which was an episode about living through a pandemic for 2 freaking years and
the
like the impact of that.
Like we are literally.
Like what? The third one was DE and I While Black, and we brought a special guest, which was my line sister Rachel, and we talked about what it was like being Black women working in corporate America, working within the DE and I space, the pressure to like, you know, being these spaces and being the ones that are tapped to do all this work, and like the impact on us as professional women.
Yeah,
and then after,
too, like,
go ahead.
One thing about that episode, because I thought it was one of our, you know, top listened to episodes so far. That episode, Jay and I are marketers, right? So we market big brands as our day jobs. Super fun, love it. We're award-winning marketers at that, so we kind of know what we're doing. Back when y'all used to listen to us, we were like starting off. Since then, our careers have flourished. But we also are very passionate and have always been passionate about diversity, equity, and inclusion. So I thought this episode was just good at breaking down what does that look like when you do D&I in your work and also do it like outside of your day job. So definitely plug to listen to that. I'm gonna let you continue. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm gonna run through them really quick because this was just supposed to be a surprise. We're back, and so I don't want to hold y'all too long. But then we had an episode on performative allyship. Again, allyship within this day and age is a term that has been running rampant, and a lot of us have been overwhelmed with the perpetual state of people saying it, but not feeling like their actions are matching their words. So
and it's
we
with
had
our
a
white friend. So
yes, with our friend Julia. So that's a good one if you want to get another perspective from someone who identifies and calls themselves an ally. Then we did work friends. So like we're at work all the time. Like what are those relationships like with your homegirl? Like, you know, when you're the only two black girls on the team, y'all Skyping each other, chatting each other. We just dive into like the importance of having those friendships. Then we did New Money. More Than a Title. Yeah. You're right. More Than a Title. That was just Ness and I talking about like just the importance of purpose and calling and not getting so caught up with like the title that you have at work and how you're more than that.
You need a little inspiration, morning boost. Go listen to that one.
More Than a Title. Then we did New Money with our friend Ashley, now lovely married Ashley Morrison. In that episode, we just talked about like coming into this influx of money. A lot of us, and I think it's common within like kind of Black and brown communities, we come from like, we may not come from a lot of like generational wealth. And so a lot of us having these first time corporate jobs, we get this influx of money and it's like, well, what do I do now? Like, do I have the financial literacy? How do I learn? What do I do? How do I invest? So we dive into that.
If you're all about that bag, go tune in.
7, 8. Oh, and then Virtual Cloud. So we brought 2 of our friends who are also content creators, Bria and Taniqua. And we just talked about having like these passions outside of our corporate jobs and being content creators and like, how do we, you know, nurture those hustles and like maintain the energy and passion in this world of social media where it can be overwhelming, but also we could view it as a positive. That was a good episode. And then lastly, this one a lot of people liked. We had a dating episode. We always got to have a dating episode. And we brought a guy on to get a male perspective. And we talked about why dating is so freaking problematic and ghetto. But at the same time, how could we not make it problematic? How could it not be ghetto?
So don't be fooled by the title. Because like the title is Dating is Ghetto, which that's a fact at this point. I'm in a whole ass relationship and I still think dating is ghetto, but like not with.
But we don't want it to be
right. Ghetto. Before that, it was ghetto. Now I love it here. So the point is, it's actually low key about like, how do we improve dating and like improve each other and like heal and like what do we want? But the episode title is like, we had to name it that because
and I keep saying we need to do a part 2 because I think Kev is an anomaly. Like, Kev is the type of man that women want. Okay, so
right.
if
And
y'all go
still
listen,
single, y'all, so.
He's still single, so go listen his socials and follow him. But like, we need to bring some other men up here, the ones who be causing problems for my good sisters. Okay,
not the toxic podcast male energy type of niggas.
No, we don't want those quite per se, because I'll be ready to come through the screen. But we need to bring somebody, because a lot of men, I will say, are not as mature as Kev. They don't have that level of wisdom that we heard from our good brother Kevin. But anyways, y'all, that's what has happened.
She just gave you the whole rundown, y'all. So at this
that's what we've been up to. So go and catch up. Go catch up. Like, you got the full rundown.
That's it. Catch up, and also stay tuned because we will have more content dropping, both, again, podcast, video, all that. So YouTube. Stay tuned, be plugged, and stay well, because this is Out of Office, and this is a safe space for all, right? We are 2 Black women.
Not stay well.
But this is for everybody to pull up, right? So whether you're Black, you're white, you're purple, you're Asian, whatever you are, sweetie, this is space. We invite you. So pull up and vibe with us.
Yes. New episodes dropping 4/17. Make sure y'all are tuned in. Bye.
We out.